And it seems a bit of a shame you get all that height and then you have to come back down again to go up the next one. I say it's a shame, that's the whole idea. Just got to negotiate this little fence. Oh my God, look at the state of this, man. I think I'm going to detour. I'm getting a spam call here, hold on. I get these all the time. It's lashing it down outside. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, Stevie's Adventures, all about hiking, wild camping and outdoor adventures. I am back out in the Lake District and I've parked up at Lowes Water, and that's at the end of Crummock Water, and I'm doing some Wainwrights today. I think it's about 4 or 5, I'm not actually sure. I will confirm that in a minute. However, parking was a nightmare. I was a little bit late getting away and it was an absolute nightmare. I planned on parking at a National Trust car park and doing my usual, put a ticket on and then put a ticket on in the morning. However, it wasn't to be. There was nowhere to park there. So I drove a little bit along the road, a little bit out of the way, but not too much. And I found somewhere to park free. Hopefully it's going to be okay. I don't get clamped or anything. The weather is not too bad. It's going to get a bit breezy tonight. Up on the summit it's going to get a bit breezy and maybe a little bit of clag. But it shouldn't be too bad. So I believe my first summit is that there over yonder, and that's Lowes Water Fell, and it's a burkhead. The next one I believe is the first Wainwright, and that's Hen Comb. Well, I took my first little detour off the path anyway. It's probably a quicker way because I'm going just up there. I couldn't get across the river, but I think I found somewhere to cross. I'm going to forego going that way and up the path. I'm just going to go straight up there, connect back up with the path. But I've got plenty of time. It doesn't get dark till like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's about 11:30. They're quite low fells, these, so I don't want to be camping too early. It would be a late setup, I think. But I do have lots of nice things for tonight. I do have something different to cook, and I'll tell you about that in a bit. Hopefully the weather stays nice. Anyway, I'm going to get across this little monstrous stream. I've got this overwhelming fear of slipping over and landing in the water and getting soaking wet. So I've joined back up with the path. I'm on the right track and I'm on Lowes Water Fell, and the first burkhead is in sight, and that is Little Dodd. And then after that it's the first Wainwright, and that is Hen Comb. And then there's not a lot of climbing after that. A few ups and downs along the top. This is Low Dodd, just there, and I'm on my way up here, and this is Hen Comb. It does look pretty steep and pretty high, but it's only about 530 metres, something like that, and once I'm up there it's just a gradual up and down till I get to my next Wainwright. And if you look just here, this is Melbeck, and I was looking at that from the car and I was looking at the front face of it, and I was thinking, I've got that marked up to go up, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, nah, looks steep as hell, but from the side it doesn't look too bad. But there is a path that goes round it and up, which is probably the one I'll take. I'm not a thrill seeker. I do like getting to where I'm going, but I also like ticking off fells. Depends how adventurous I'm feeling at the time, I guess. Looking behind us, you've got some beautiful views of the valley and the edge of the Lake District. Looks fantastic. And again, this is somewhere I can see places I've been, but I've never been here before. And there's something to be said about going places in the Lake District or like where you have never been before. When you look at it on a map, it's easy to say, oh, they're not high enough, that's not far enough, that's not as adventurous as it should be. But once you're here, you are out in the wilderness, kind of. And there's a lone Christmas tree. I wonder if anybody puts decorations on that. Hen Comb is my first Wainwright of today, and after that there is another 2 Burketts before I get to my second Wainwright, which is Gravel Fell. I couldn't tell you what the 2 Burketts are. I think one of them's called Fluton Fell or something, and the other one I can't see a name, but it must have one. I've got this little moderately flat part in between Little Dod or Low Dod, Little Dod I think it's called, and Hen Comb. Hen Comb looks quite a bit of a hike up. If you look at it now, it does look quite high, but it's not too bad. It always looks worse than it is. Windy up there, like. That was Hen Comb, my first Wainwright of today, and now I'm on the way back down, and then it'll be back up to my second Wainwright, Gravel Fell I believe, and that's it over there. That's the one I'm going to camp on, I think. Gravel Fell, possibly, I don't know yet. We'll see what time it is or how far I get. I think there's a couple, 2 Burketts there. I think one of them I'll probably do, the other one I'll probably skirt around the bottom, because it is quite a bit out of the way, and I am carrying a big heavy pack. Maybe if it was just a day hike, yes, but not today. It depends when I get to it. If it's not that far, then I might tick it off. I'm more into me Wainwrights and me wild camping than ticking Burketts off. Looking at the landscape, and I can see 2 Burketts, and that's them on the map there. But if you look down here, there's a fence line. I'm going to follow that and then go right straight up to Gravel Fell and miss them 2 burkheads out. Reason is, that's a lot of extra hiking for me with this pack on, and hopefully I'm going to camp on the top of Gravel Fell, or I might keep on going towards the next Wainwright. Well, I've made my way down from Hen Comb, and it seems a bit of a shame. You can pick all that height and then you have to come back down again to go up the next one. I say it's a shame, that's the whole idea, like, but you know what I mean. You're like, oh God, we're off up there, and that there's Gravel Fell, and I'm missing out the 2 burkheads. Don't mind saying, the one right in front of us and the one slightly to the left. I think one's called, I can't remember what they're called. I'll put the names up on the screen now. They're a little bit out my way. I do need to get some water. I don't have any water on it. I have worked out where I'm going to get it. Well, kind of. It's either going to be just up here, or it's going to be a little bit further up in this gill, hopefully. It is quite boggy and wet, so I'm guessing there will be water there. Just got to negotiate this little step. I don't think this is the path, although I think plenty of people must use it because it's well trodden. Anyway, not that it matters. Oh my God, look at the state of this, man. I think I'm going to detour. Yeah, that's better. Some fancy walking and all that. Now and again I'm getting a phone signal. My phone just seems to be... I'm getting a spam call here, hold on. I get these all the time. I'm going to make my way up here. I think there's some waterway here, which I've got to navigate. If you look just behind me, that is Hen Comb, which I've just come down from. And we're on our way up this next one here, which is Gravel Fell. It's quite a yomp, but hopefully when I get to the top of there, judging by the time, you know, after a little rest, just go up the next Wainwright, the name of which eludes us at the moment. We'll see what I'm going to do. I could just camp on the top of Gravel Fell. It looks like a nice little spot. I can just go off to one side, out of the wind, and set up tent. Well, I'm almost at the top of Gravel Fell, my second Wainwright, and that day bog took it out of us. I thought it would be quicker, but I probably should have just stuck to the high ground and the dry ground, and I can tell you're going to get some beautiful views, stunning views. I've done it again. I haven't got any water still, and I'm at the top of a fell. Hopefully there's something I can get water from. I'm hoping. If not, I'll have to keep going. Well, that there was my second Wainwright of today, and that's Gravel Fell, and in front of us here is Blake Fell, and that's the third Wainwright. I've got a bit of a decision to make. I'm about halfway through this walk, Now I could find somewhere nice to camp. It's about 4:30. It's still early, but it's a weekday and I don't think anybody else is coming up. So I could just find somewhere really nice to camp on top of here, on the opposite side of this fence. However, I think I am going to go up to the top of Blake Fell or somewhere around there, or there's another fell just here. I'm not actually sure what that's called. That looks nice. It's sort of out of the way. I could camp on there somewhere. Anywhere around here is going to be good. Ooh, decisions. Well, I have made a decision. I'm going to keep on going and hopefully I'll get to the top of Blake Fell. Oops, you bugger. Almost at the top of Blake Fell, and the wind, man, definitely around about 45 miles an hour. Not suitable for putting the tent up. Once I get to the top, I'm going to head off down to the side and see if there's somewhere out of the wind. But look at the view. Well, that was the summit of Blake Fell, and it's very windy up there, but you come off the other side, it's not too bad, and it looks like just over there might be the perfect place to plonk my tent. I think it is tad early, it's about 5 o'clock, but I don't really care at the moment. I'm absolutely knackered. It's been hard going coming up here, very boggy, very windy. The rain has stayed off. It's nice and dry, apart from the bogginess. But I think I'm going to find somewhere just here to put my tent. I'm not sure where, I don't want to be on a path, but I shall find somewhere. I think I might have found somewhere that is okay to camp. And it's on the side of Blake Fell. That is the summit of Blake Fell, just up the top. And this is where I'm going to put my tent. I think I'm going to have to place it extremely well, because it's still windy here. It's about 4:45. That is fairly early, but it is fairly cold, and just sitting here I'm going to get chilly. Once I've gotten the tent up, an hour's time, it'll be fine. So this is where I'm going to put the tent. Let's get it up. Well, the tent is up and I'm in it. I haven't gotten anything else sorted yet, but I'm feeling a little bit chilly. I need to get sorted. So safety first, I'm going to get everything ready in the tent, get warm and have a cup of tea. Oh yes, chicken cup of soup, you guessed it. It's my favourite go-to hot drink when I get to my camp spot now, and it's warming me up beautifully. So I've got most of my gear out. I'm going to get some warmer clothes on, and then we're going to have a look about outside, because it's not raining, but it is fairly windy and there's a bit of a wind chill. So it is fairly cold and windy outside of the tent. I don't think I'll be spending much time out here, although it's still dry, it's not raining, but it is fairly cold with the wind chill. It is getting cloudier as well. I definitely think I'm going to get some rain tonight. But it's still clear and you can still see a lot. You can see behind us, you can see a lot of the fells. But I think the weather is coming in, it is going to rain. The weather forecast said the wind was meant to die down a tad this evening. So we'll see if that happens or not. I haven't seen anybody else up here yet, apart from one jogger running across the summit. Had no interest in me at all. I think I'm going to have quite a nice evening. I have plonked the tent right near a big burrow. I don't know if that's rabbits or what, but I hope nothing comes out in the middle of the night and tries to get in the tent to eat me food on my toes. Anyway, I'm going to have one last check of these guidelines, and I'm going to climb back inside the tent. I've had a nice cup of soup, it's warmed us up, but I'm a little bit peckish, so I might have a little snack before tea. I'll just show you the view. Now this one, I don't know what this one is. It's a burkett, but I'm not sure what the name of it is. If I remember, I'll put the name up here. So if I spin you around just a little bit, you've got the valley and you've got Levers. Well, that's Crummick water there, you can see. Levers water is slightly to the left behind this hill. And then you've got Melbeck there, and behind that you've got Grassmoor and Whiteside. That's a little bit further on. You've got Robinson and Dalehead in the distance, and also you can see Fleetwith Pike there, and the big one there in the background is Red Pike. And coming forward in front of that, and this one is Hen Comb, the one I've been. Anyhow, it's too cold to stand about out here. I'm going to get my boots off and get my feet warm. My feet are a little bit cold and my boots are saturated. They're still dry on the inside, but the outside is very saturated. I don't want it to go through. I want my socks to air out a little bit. I want to get inside my bag and get proper warm. I've got my boots off and my feet are still dry. It's just that because the outside of the boots were damp, it was getting my feet cold, so I've took them off. I've got some dry roasted peanuts. I'm going to sit and chomp on these. I'm on a little bit of a bank, so I've put my empty backpack with all my bags and stuff in underneath this side, so it's propping up the air mattress nicely. I shouldn't roll out of the tent tonight. Well, I think I'm going to have some hot chocolate. So let's get this water boiled. So what have I got for my tea tonight, you might ask? I've gone for something really simple. I've gone for bangers and mash. And I have got gravy with that. I've got some southern fried gravy. So it's southern fried bangers and mash. I just cooked the sausages at home, chopped them up, put them in a packet. And I've got some instant southern fried gravy. And I've got some instant mashed potato. It's butter and herb potato, actually. So it should be nice. Let's see how that goes down later. It is just starting to rain as well. I've had a little bit of a look outside. It's still fairly clear. I think it's going to clog over later. And I think we're going to get some rain. But that doesn't matter, we're all set up. Well, it's raining and the wind is getting up. I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, but no matter. I am stuck in the tent, and while I'm stuck in the tent, I'm going to go over where we've been today. Now we're in the western fells of the Lake District and made me way up onto Loweswaters Fell, and the first burkett was Little Dodd, and from there went up Hen Comb. Then we had to come all the way back down there onto White Oak Moss. I'm guessing that's like a boggy saddle. I skipped Fluton Cop and another burkett, and then I made my way up Gravel Fell the second Wainwright. Very windy on there, and then from there went down a bit again and then up to Blakefell where we are now. Ah, yeah, the wind's getting up now. Anyway, it's lashing it down outside. And the wind's getting very strong and gusty, and it's claggy outside. And it's strange because if you were out there, it would be horrific. But because I'm in here, safe in a tent, lovely and warm, dry. Yeah, I'll just show you outside now. This is what the outside of the tent looks like right now. Doesn't look very nice out there, but inside it's totally different. Some people probably cannot imagine anything worse, but I love it. So I am enjoying ticking all these Wainwrights off. It's really enjoyable. As you know, I spend a lot of my time in the Lake District. Most of it actually, most of my videos are about the Lake District. However, I do plan on doing other places very soon. I'm running out of places to go in the Lake District. I'm almost done with the Wainwrights. Done about 162. So as you know, it's 214, and all the ones I've got left to do, with the exception of the Pillar Range, Scarfell and Slightside and the Great Gable, the rest are just really small ones. So I plan to just do day hikes and take a few off at a time. But I do have plans to do something a little bit different on the channel, and it's more about getting further afield, Scotland, start ticking off some Monroes and going to the Hen Combs. And to do that, I'm going to get a camper van, and my partner's going to be coming with us, and hopefully the videos will change a little bit. There'll still be wild camping, still be going up hills, but there'll be a little bit of van life in there as well, and hopefully a little bit of comedy, a little bit of fun. But it's pretty wild outside the tent now. It's raining constantly, the wind is blowing, but I'm getting a little bit peckish. I think it's time for some tea, so I'm going to make this southern fried bangers and mash. In this packet I've got some pre-cooked sausages, lovely ones from Morrison's. There's only 3, but I've just chopped them up in halves, and that's me bangers. I've got some dried butter and herb mashed potato here, I hope that's nice. And in here I've got some southern fried gravy mix. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this. I've got one pot, one cooker, and I've got a little pot here which is doubles up as a cup, and I've also got the adapter for the jet boil, so I can put this on to boil water separately. It looks nice, smells nice. Oh, that's beautiful. This mashed potato is very herby, and that goes well with the southern fried gravy. Let's try these sausages. I hope they're hot. That was well worth making. Well worth the trouble. That was absolutely delicious. Southern fried bangers and mash. I ate the lot. I didn't think I was going to, but I did. But hey man, look at the mess. We's going to clean that up. I'm going to have to get it done before it hardens, because if I leave it till the morning, it'll be a nightmare. Sometimes, you know, I leave a dirty plate and a dirty frying pan, and I take it home and the missus cleans it. But unfortunately I'm going to need me cup, and I'm going to need me jet boil to make brews in the morning, and one tonight probably. So I'm going to have to clean them now. Well, I think it's time for me to put my head down and say good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 6 o'clock. I've been awake for about 15 minutes or something. The wind has changed direction. It's no longer coming from this end of the tent. It's coming from here. Well, it's hard to decipher which way it's coming from. But anyway, I'm going to start moving about, getting ready, and I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee, and then I'm going to have a cup of soup. I've got gear everywhere. I'm going to have to sort it all out. So I'm probably going to get ready inside the tent, put all my gear away inside, get outside, take the tent down. We'll be on our way to our next Wainwright. But first, I'm going to enjoy this coffee. We're all packed up. It's a bit murky out here, a bit windy and a bit chilly. I've changed my t-shirt for a long sleeve fleece top underneath this waterproof jacket, just to keep us warm. We're going to go on to our next Wainwright. Can't tell you what that is right now. Just can't remember. Anyway, this is the camp spot. Always remember, leave no trace. Have had an extra little look about. Make sure you haven't left anything. I have joined back up with the path, and I'm on my way to my next Wainwright and last Wainwright of this trip. It is Burnbank Fell, and if you look over there, that is Sharp Knot. That's a burkett, which I am not going to go to. I'm just going to go head off over to this way, which is Burnbank Fell. And then it's a steady hike down, and we do get to some woods as well, which should be nice. Hopefully the rain stays off. I had a fantastic night last night, and I slept like a baby in a cot. I actually slept most of the way through. I did wake up at about 3 o'clock, 3:30 for a tinkle. Did need a wee, which wasn't very nice getting out of the tent because it was absolutely hammering it down last night, and the wind got really bad. But I still slept through most of it. Anyway, let's get up to this Burnbank Fell. Do you know what it is? I'm about ready for the summer. Like, it is raining again. It's only light, but I don't fancy getting my trousers wet, so I'm going to stick my waterproof bottoms on now and try and stay dry. So getting my waterproof bottoms on, and as I was saying, I'm about ready for the summer, to be fair. I'm had enough of rain, to be perfectly honest, and the mud and the sogginess and the wetness and the wind and everything else. And trying to pick your way through these bogs, it's just horrific. I still enjoy it, but it is a bit of a challenge. Oh God, you think you've got a path through and you just don't. I mean, look at the state of this, man. Somebody needs to tidy up. I don't think the weather is going to improve. Let's see if I can negotiate my way through this. It is fairly soggy. Might have to make a little jump for it. Hey. All you can hear everywhere is water, rain. Ugh. It's just picking yourself right through the minefield of bog. And every once in a while, you tend to put your foot in a deep one. As long as it doesn't go over the boots, I'm fine. I'm almost at the top of Burnbank Fell, my final Wainwright of this trip. And it's kind of stopped raining. It's always the case, you put your waterproofs on, you get all layered up and it stops. Never mind. Anyway, I'm almost at the top of Burnbank Fell, which is my last Wainwright. I think I've already said that, to be honest. I've missed out a few Burketts, only doing the Wainwrights. You know something I have noticed? There's lots of trees around here, like just dotted about. Scrawny little evergreens. I don't know what kind they are. Maybe it's the Scottish pine trees, I don't know what they're called. Scottish pine, I think. But yeah, there's one up here, just up here there. Just in the middle of nowhere, like a Christmas tree. I don't know if they're natural or they're being planted. I think they're probably being planted, like. But why just plant one tree? Unless it's seeded itself. Anyway, I'm almost at the top. Burnbank Fell. This is it. Just a little pile of stones, and you can see where we've come from. Just up there. Looks high, but it's not. There's a little bit of clag on the top of there. Anyway, let's head off. Onwards and upwards. Oh, rather onwards and downwards. Back down to the car. I'm back at the top of Burnbank. I went the wrong way. I was just talking there and I realised, I'll look at my phone, I was going completely the opposite direction of where I should be. Why did you not tell us? Anyway, this is the right way. What a nugget. I was almost giving myself a massive detour there. I'm so glad I realised and looked at me map. Anyway, this is the right way. So that there's Loweswater, and I've got to walk around here through those trees to the forest, and the car is over there somewhere. Couple of mile, but hopefully once I get down to those woods, the wind is going to drop significantly and I'll be more sheltered. It'll be a bit of a quieter walk, but it's a bit of a loop going round to those woods. Oh, there you go, there's the wind dropping now. Just turned a corner. Oh, it's lovely that. I can hear myself. Just got to go down this steep bit now, and then it's a flat walk and a little bit more down back to the car. And it's that time again. It's the end of another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. I've had a brilliant hike, ticked off 4 Wainwrights, and had a fantastic camp. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, drop us a like and a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.